Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Pilot Gang. I'm June.
Pilot Gang.
This is my wife,
Shayna Renee.
the lovely Shayna. We're here today to do a tarot reading for y'all, and this is specifically for
Aquarius. It's a love. We're doing a love tarot reading. So we'll see where y'all at in y'all love life and just see what comes up. We'll be giving messages for singles and couples, so just take whatever resonates and leave the rest, okay?
Oh yeah, and please do us a favor. Go to Pilot Gang 131. Subscribe, follow, like.
Yeah, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button, and we're gonna leave our Facebook page and instructions on booking with us for personal readings as well. Okay.
All right, enjoy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do one of these oracle cards first and get some overall energy for y'all love life, and then we'll see where it goes. All right. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's up with their love life right now?
Oh yeah, and just a little tad bit of information. My wife did a reading on Capricorns like 2 weeks before we met, and she was dead on about everything
That happened between us.
So when I say have trust and faith in her, yeah.
If you're a Capricorn, you could probably find that reading on our Pilot Gang Facebook page. But like I said, we'll leave in the comments. So we got Uncovering Treasure. Okay. As you can see, it's a dragon. And whenever I see dragons, I think of otherworldly creatures. Magic, right? And he has like this chest of gold. It says, beneath the surface lies great bounty. Now this is crazy that we're getting this card, guys. Because for Aquarius, y'all really are about finding that authenticity in people, right?
Yeah, real depth.
Yeah, real depth. So what I'm getting from this is, first of all, don't be too focused on your looks. I'm not saying you're ugly or anything. I'm just saying do not make looks, whether you're focused on your own looks or other people's looks or their appearance or how they carry themselves, how they dress, what type of car they drive or whatever. Do not put too much importance on that, because you just might find that hidden treasure beneath the surface. Now, I'm not telling you date somebody you're not physically attracted to, okay? Because physical attraction is important. It is. But be careful of judging books by their cover at this time. Or be careful if you're dealing with somebody who's putting too much emphasis on how bad your body is or how big your, whatever is, and depending on which gender you are, like, y'all know what I'm saying, just along those lines, okay?
You may be the man who doesn't have it all yet, but he has a dream, and he has that fire and passion to go get it.
Yeah.
If you pour into him, and you really pour and build him, he will be the one that gets you everything you've ever wanted.
Yeah, y'all don't be listening to these social media rules of dating, okay? Like, be discerning, don't self-sacrifice, but please be wary of the social media dating rules, as if like, oh, somebody takes you to the Cheesecake Factory, that they're not a good partner. Like, for real. And y'all being one of the most realest signs of the zodiac, y'all really can't afford to do that. Okay, we have Coffee Cup, okay? It says, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted. Friendship. What did I mention? Friendship is so important for Aquarius. So you guys need to make sure you are laying proper foundation for true friendship with anybody that y'all may be interested in. Or if you're in a relationship already, if you guys like maybe are distant right now, or not clicking the way y'all used to or normally, it's important to find that aspect of the friendship that brought y'all together. And some of y'all could be dealing with somebody you only see as a friend at this moment that you haven't given thought to, and maybe they might like you. It could be the other way around.
And the reason I was going back and forth, like we took our time, and we courted each other in the beginning. We're grown adults, but we didn't rush it. We made sure that we actually enjoyed each other's company before we went to that next level. It's very important, man.
Yeah.
Like, how can you sit there and be in a relationship with somebody that you can't even stand to be around?
Right. It has to be deeper than just physical attraction. And you know what this card is making me think of? I'm going to let you pull them cards. But Coffee Cup, you know how I was just speaking on the Facebook dating rules? So I saw this list and I've seen it a few times, like, it's a red flag or something about coffee dates, or a man asking you for a coffee date don't count as a date, or that means he's low effort or something like that. He don't want to invest in you. But let me tell you what, you'll be surprised at the conversations.
There you go.
And things that can take place over a cup of coffee. Okay? Because me and my aunts and my mama and all of us, the whole family, we done bonded over cups of coffee my entire life and for generations. So don't count it out, okay? I just had to say that.
And the way that I look at that is, if he's taking you out for a cup of coffee, that means he doesn't want any other distractions. He just wants to get to know you.
Yeah, because coffee cups have like that little private type of vibe, right?
Yeah, so, you know, look outside of what you can post and pay attention to what he's trying to get or what he wants to see in you.
Or she, depending on the situation, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm just speaking from my perspective. I'm sorry. But yeah,
it's okay.
It's deeper than what it perceives to be.
Let me pull some tarot. See what else is going for y'all. Love life. Try to get some more details about this person or the situation that could be going on in your life.
Ooh.
We got
the Chariot.
We got the Chariot. Okay.
Cool card.
From the Chariot, I'm getting that somebody may
7 of Wands.
Somebody's definitely coming towards you. That's 2 sevens, because the Chariot is the number 7 as well. 7 could be important.
The Ace of Cups in reverse.
Okay. You know what I feel like? The Ace of Cups upright is usually a sign of like potential love or new love. The fact that it's in reverse, I feel like a lot of y'all could be in denial about somebody that's trying to get with you or somebody that you like. Some of y'all, now, this won't be for everyone, but some of y'all could be being friend-zoned it, and the person doesn't see you that way, and that you may need to accept that. Y'all know the difference, okay? But on the other side of that coin, do not friend-zone someone automatically because they're not on the surface what you think, you know, your ideal partner should be. Again, beneath the surface lies the buried treasure.
Okay, I just want them to hear this tad bit for the Chariot. Tidbit, tad bit, you know, to each his own. You will encounter bumps along this journey, but trust that your fire is enough to fuel you. Commit yourself to self-discipline and strategize for the obstacles ahead. What are you willing to push your wheels through with brute force? What is not worth your energy? Know when to say no. The ultimate power move. Don't just agree because you feel like you should. Don't take offers just because you feel like you owe them. Follow your true heart desire. Nobody owns you, and if they do anything for you, that does not mean that they have right or access to you anytime.
Yes, which brings back to the original message. Like, y'all may be hung up on the people that's buying you this or buying you that or doing this and that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right person for you. Also, the Chariot card is a travel card. Okay, so somebody getting like a new car could be significant, or I'm hearing something about like y'all are weary of letting somebody pick you up. Like you'd rather take an Uber or you'd rather meet them in public. Like,
and for this card right here,
yeah, it's about putting your guard down.
Stop trying to convince people that you aren't who they think you are. You know what you are. If you have to convince them, then they're not worth your time. You shouldn't have to break your back to prove to someone who you are. They should be able to see you for the true spirit that you are, and not being influenced by other people to let them know who they think you are.
Yeah.
Perception and truth are 2 different things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you off.
you good. But yeah, I do feel like someone is trying to come toward y'all, and they may not. It may not appear the way that it actually is. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in the most positive way. So you guys need to make sure not to have your guard up too high. Okay? Especially if you're close friends with someone who you feel may be interested in you or vice versa. Okay, so we're going to read the Ace of Cups in reverse. Take this as a sign that you are in the right place emotionally. This is the time to connect with your subconscious mind. Trust your intuition. Your internal world is ripe and ready for you to bite into it. However, please don't hesitate to do this your way.
Subconscious. A lot of us don't really pay attention or know what our subconscious mind is telling us or it's already programmed to do. The own story that we write in our head just
and
puts us on autopilot.
And it's not the thoughts that you, because a lot of people like, well, I don't think this. Subconscious means the thoughts that you cannot see, and it's operating and creating 90% of your life all the time. So the people that you're drawn to, that you're usually drawn to, or what you may think of as your type, may actually not be the right ones for you. Which is why I think this buried treasure in friendship energy is here, because it's the people that you don't think of as that way that are actually the ones that will resonate with your soul.
Or it may be a situation of you thinking that they don't see you the way that you see them. But deep inside, they've always looked at you the same way that you look at them.
You may think that they don't see you that way, but they do. Okay, let me see.
My lovely queen is pulling over here.
Okay.
And the first one we got was
death. So I feel like this is all about transforming your type.
Page of Pentacles.
Yeah, when I see a Page of Pentacles, I definitely think of friendship. So something that's starting slow and takes time to build. Yeah.
The High Priestess. Now, the death, that's burying your perception of what you thought y'all were.
Yeah.
Or what you assume that y'all only can be.
Yeah. So when I see the High Priestess oftentimes is associated with being celibate or being non-sexual or being, not having much to say, holding something inside. So I'm definitely getting that this just keeps repeating for me that this is some sort of platonic situation, or a situation that you believe is platonic, no matter which end it is on, that is about to make a change or has a potential to change into something much more than just friendship. You just have to open your eyes and be open to this possibility, or open to the possibility that you are more than a friend to this person.
And don't take celibacy as weakness. I had my own journey. I mean, for a very extended amount of time. And, I became the strongest I've ever been in that time.
Yeah.
Detaching from the flesh and not being ruled by it, it gave me so much more, and I learned so much more about life and during that time. Like, actually, I didn't break it until I met my lovely wife here. But,
You know what? You saying that also is bringing up the message that if you are dealing with somebody and they're not respecting your celibacy, or even if you're not celibate, like, on a celibacy journey, but you just have a preference to wait until you feel ready, if they're not willing to wait, that's not your person. That's not your person. Don't break it for someone who's doesn't respect that about you. I'm going to mention some zodiac signs that I do see here that might be significant for some of y'all. I do see Cancer, I do see Scorpio, I see Virgo, and I see Pisces. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
I want to pull one card for the outcome of this situation.
From my deck?
Yeah, it don't matter which deck.
Okay.
I might pull one of these love cards to clarify it. It just depends on what you get. I'm also getting, before I read that message, this Uncovering Treasure lays great bounty.
The Emperor.
I'm getting it. For some of y'all, this is for yourself, that you feel like you have nothing to offer because of all this, or what do you bring to the table bullshit, that we hear on social media. Remember that, especially with the High Priestess, the things that are really valuable about y'all, about you or anyone, is beneath the surface. It's who you are at the core, not how much money you make, how good you look, what type of clothes you wear, what type of house you have, or what kind of job you have, or none of that,
It's your ability to pour into someone.
Yeah.
Uplift, strengthen, and help them see themselves in a way that they can't see.
Yeah. Now, okay, my husband pulled the Emperor. When he first pulled it, it was in reverse. So we're talking about outcomes here. And outcomes are, just remember that the future is written in sand, not in stone. Meaning they can always change depending on decisions, choices, energy, that type of thing. So for some of y'all, I do feel this friendship in your life, or whatever can become like a very solid, secure relationship. For others of y'all, it's not going to turn into that long-term relationship, but there's still some reason why you need to open and explore this connection no matter where it ends up. And that brings me to detach from your outcomes.
The lesson.
Yeah, because it could be preparing you for your actual lifetime love. And that's something we've learned, right?
Yeah, because our hardest past relationships were very traumatic.
Yeah.
And in the time, we were like, what the hell? Like, really? I'm going through this?
Yeah.
But all of those lessons that we have both learned throughout those situations prepared us to be able to truly, unconditionally love each other in a way that I have never loved before.
Same. And also with the Emperor Aries, it's showing up as well. That could be important for somebody. Okay, Aquarius, that's y'all love reading. This is actually very different from a lot of love readings we do, which doesn't surprise me because y'all are Aquarius. Y'all the most unconventional, walking paradoxical sign of the whole zodiac. We barely understand y'all anyway. But yeah.
Shout out to our two Aries, the crazy self.
Aquarius,
I'm sorry. My mind. Polygate out.
Polygate out.
Holla.